Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back. We've returned. Are you excited?
Not entirely. I haven't entirely returned.
You're still on vacation?
I'm a little bit on vacation still, yeah.
We've been not streaming for, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
Obviously, we were off for the holidays, both Christmas and New Year's, and now we're finally back, starting things off with Dev Chat, as it should be. So welcome to the Dev Chat today, January 8th, 2020. We're in the future. Let's talk about what we're doing this week. So every week, aside from when we're off for the holidays, we stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays is Dev Chat, where you and I talk about upcoming stuff for the games.
Yeah.
We've kind of been doing 1 week is War Machine, 1 week is Mompoc, 1 week is Riot Quest, and 1 week is like potpourri.
Yeah, 1 week's a catch-all where we do whatever we need to do.
And that's been working out pretty well. Today's War Machine, by the way.
Yeah.
Then Get Your Paint On Thursdays with Jordan Lamb, where Jordan paints live and usually is a guest painting as well. Tony, do you know what model is being painted tomorrow? Is it the Thamurite Advocate?
Yes.
And who's the guest painting on that one?
That is going to be you, actually.
Oh.
You are going to be the painter, so get ready.
I want you to bring
Oh, man, I hope everyone's ready for that.
I want you to bring in like a house paintbrush, like 5 inches wide.
Like a roller?
Yeah.
Done.
Just as Jordan screams at you how you're doing everything wrong, you're just like stabbing paint at models.
He's too mellow to scream at me.
I don't know.
We also do hobby hangouts, where some combination of Brian and Danny go over how to clean models, how to convert things, how to build terrain. The next one's on January 10th. And then we also usually once or twice a month have a staff showdown where we play the games we make. And the next one's on the upcoming, 1 week from today.
Yeah.
Sorry, less than a week from today. It's Tuesday.
Yesterday, yeah.
And that is going to be myself and Faye playing a game of Monster Apocalypse.
With some new models.
With some new
Unless there's a snowpocalypse.
Yeah. So
Parallel apocalypse is happening.
To let everyone know, right now, looking at the weather, there is a chance that Santa's Revenge hits the Pacific Northwest real hard. So this is when we would normally stream, but there's a chance that we're all frozen in our homes. Like, the end of Batman and Robin has occurred. And
it might snow tomorrow.
It might snow tomorrow, and we have no idea what to do in the snow. So if the streaming gets canceled, heads up, bad weather is a-coming.
And our new office is on top of a mountain, so we're going to get more snow.
Speaking of watching us regularly, we do so on Facebook and Twitch, and you can catch us later on YouTube at youtube.com/PrivateerPressPrime. If you're watching us on Twitch, we are taking subscriptions.
Yeah, somebody just subscribed a couple seconds ago.
Thank you.
Scotty for the win.
Yeah, Scotty for the win. Or Scooty for the win. I can't see if there's 2 O's or 1.
No, that's 1-0. That's 1-0. 2 T's.
If you sub, you get a subscriber badge and a bunch of cool emotes, and as we get more subs, we will unlock more emotes. We are trying to hit 120 to get the Riot Quest loot coin, and don't forget that if your subscription lapsed, you can use Amazon Prime to automatically get another one. Let's talk about some Mini Crate, and then let's talk about some War Machine. So starting off with Mini Crate, you have 11 days left to get yourself the Grim Stalker, which is a super cool alternate stalker for your Crix armies, or I don't know, if you're going to play Asphyxious 4 in any of the lists he'll work for.
Yeah.
And also, if you do the VIP, you get the Trancer Dancers. VIP is signing up for a 6-month subscription. Over on the L5R, Legend of the Five Rings side of things, Doji Rin is available until February 5th.
Yeah, that just started.
And Tengu Sensei is the newest VIP model. Not like just happened, but very recent.
Yeah.
Still good until May 5th if you do the VIP for L5R. Finally, we've got a couple last weekers on the Savage Mini Crate. Zaltoten is available just to the 12th, which this means this is the last week.
Yeah.
Similarly, the VIP model since this line launched has been King Conan on the throne.
Yeah, the 6-month VIP cycle. This line is not that old, so there's only been one VIP model.
Yeah, I think it got announced at Lock and Load, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
But King Conan, this is your last chance. If you've been on the fence about getting a King Conan, you have this week to get a 6-month sub.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you'll be receiving the next
The 12th is Sunday, I think?
That sounds accurate.
I think?
No, Sunday's 12th is Monday.
Okay.
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't understand dates and time.
You know, real fast before we get into the topic, how when you're off for Christmas and New Year's, how time loses all meaning.
Oh yeah.
And you just don't know what the hell's happening anymore. Yeah, I'm still recovering from that.
There were a number of days where I went to bed about 5 a.m. and woke up at about 2 p.m.
That's your normal?
That's my normal.
That's your rhythm?
That's my normal brain rhythm. New Year's Day, I woke up in the afternoon, and I didn't get out of bed till 4:30. I was just like, first day of the year, I'm gonna take this as long as I
You
can.
got those Batman hours.
Yeah.
So today what we're going to be talking about is we're going to show you the current in-testing rules for both Ashlynn 2, who's coming out in March, brand new Warcaster unit for War Machine and Hordes. And then in February, there's 3 new Riot Quest models coming out, Helga on Wheels, Chuck Dogwood, and the Terrorizer, all of which have War Machine rules as well.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a Riot Quest-centric dev chat next week, Tony? Or is that the week after for Riot Quest?
I believe it's
soon.
I believe it's next week.
I think it's next week.
Because we have to have our schedule for this show work around your LVO trip.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So we can't do Riot Quest the week you're not here.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, I could talk about it and just make things up and randomly.
You know what is happening.
Just make promises to people that will never come true.
Well, so on the Riot Quest one next week, we're going to go through the Riot Quest rules for Chuck Dogwood, the Terrorizer, and Helga, and show off their gear cards. And we're also going to show you the War Machine rules for Helga and the Terrorizer on next week's dev chat. But because that would have been like a lot to cover, we decided to show Chuck Dogwood's rules on this show. His War Machine rules. So we'll be covering Ashlynn 2 and Chuck Dogwood here in a moment. But you mentioned something I actually want to bring up to everybody. LVO is the end of this month.
LVO is this month.
So
the Las Vegas Open.
The Las Vegas Open in Las Vegas is happening at the end of this month. We, Privateer, are going to be there. We're going to have a booth where we'll be selling product. Also, Tyson and Mr. Rutan, I believe, are going to be running events as they have for the last several years. The events at LVO are always really well attended, and there's a ton of stuff you can go do. So if you were thinking about going to the Las Vegas Open, if you were going to be in the area during the time, check it out. If you want to play War Machine, if you want to play Riot Quest, if you want to play Monster Apocalypse, whether you want to do something competitive like a Champions or a team tournament, or you want to do something a little bit sillier like a caster draft.
Yeah, caster draft is on the schedule.
Yeah, whatever you're in the mood for. I'll be there with my Riot Quest team, teaching people how to play or just playing people in Riot Quest. So if you're in the area, come check it out. Or if you were going already and didn't know we were going to be there, we're going to be there. So, shall we talk about some new stuff, Tony? Don't put it up yet. Tony always jumps the gun on me. He's like, here's all the new rules. Then the screenshots are taken and everyone leaves, Tony. That's how this works. So let's do Chuck Dogwood first, I believe, because Ashlynn's going to have a lot to talk about.
Chuck is a little simpler to talk about than all of Ashlynn.
Yeah. Couple quick questions in chat real fast. Somebody asked, will there be an LVO Riot Quest tournament? I don't believe there's going to be a Riot Quest throwdown event. I think we're just going to be there playing games for it. I think most of the official events are all War Machine and Hordes.
Yeah, we're doing demos for Riot Quest and Monster Apocalypse, probably in the booth.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any events.
Inform Goon says, any news on the whole grinder map? I believe that there's should be some news possibly coming soon, but I don't have that news.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% certain, but we'll see if social media, we'll check with them and see if there's anything going out soon, but I don't know 100%. Let's go to Chuck Dogwood. Okay, so Chuck is going to be a Circle Black-clad solo.
That's pretty straightforward, though. You'd expect him to be. He's the last of all the druids in the Riot Quest timeline.
In the Riot Quest timeline, his title is the last druid of Ouroboros. And he has gone insane.
He's a little broken.
He's a broken man. And his only friend is Woldy, his hand puppet that is animated. Woldy moves on its own, but he wears it around his hand. It has nowhere it can run off to. Chuck, like other Blackclads, has some skill at stone shaping, but not great.
Like the least amount to still be called stone shaping.
Yeah, but most of what remains of the circle in the Riot Quest timeline are the constructs, to which he has an affinity for. So the first thing you'll notice is that he just straight up has veteran leader construct.
Yeah.
Which is really cool on Wold Stalkers, by the way. But also, to the shock of literally no one, he has Puppet Master.
Oh, so he had to have Puppet Master.
Of course he had to have
Models with puppets have to have Puppet Master. Yeah. This is a long-established rule.
He's got Craft Talisman and Puppet Master. These are both just excellent abilities that you'll get plenty of utility out of. But his unique ability is Phase Slide. He can teleport 5 inches and then make a basic attack. However, things aren't working right in the Riot Quest timeline. Not only like the ley lines, but Chuck himself is not working right.
Yeah.
So it is a phase slide. You place him 5, then he slides in a random direction, but then he gets a free melee attack afterwards. So you can walk him up, you can phase slide. Think of it like jumping with like a totem hunter or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he sort of shifts in a random direction, and then he gets to bop somebody. The bop is kind of important because he is Mat 6, he is range 2, and his weapon has banish. So if you line it up and he can slide in and bop somebody, you can spin somebody around and move them closer to your rest of your force and have everybody go in and finish him off.
Is he drifting when he does that? It's like maybe from some Asian city, like Tokyo.
No, to me,
Is that what's going on?
it's very like, he disappears and reappears screaming, right? Like not in control of what's happening, and sort of like slides back into reality. Like teleporting in the Riot Quest timeline is a super bad idea. Like the ley lines are screwed up, the Infernals have caused all kinds of chaos. So when he has to do it, he just comes out in like a rage and then like makes a swing.
And he also has stealth to help him get.
As a Blackclad, he's got Pathfinder and Stealth. That's kind of standard-ish Blackclad stuff because his defensive stat's only 14-13 with 5 damage boxes, right? So he comes sneaking out of the woods.
Screaming.
Screaming? No.
People are like, where does that screaming come from? And they can't see him because he's so sneaky, but he's still screaming.
And then Woldy's just sitting there looking shocked.
Yeah, of course.
And then he comes out and starts helping people, right? And he starts like walking up to the other constructs who are his only friends. He's like the cat lady of Wolds, right? And he walks up and they're all like, they kind of like pay attention to him and they get a little better. And then when the fight's on, he's like helping people and using what magic he has. And then when the fight gets to him is when the screaming starts. And he's just bopping between realities and not really completely in control of what's happening.
Yeah. And his staff is made of a shifting stone, right? There's like a broken shifting stone on top of it. That's
he has
people.
He has the whistling staff, which is like a.
Why is it whistling?
It's the sound it makes. Because it's like shifting stones have sort of a hum to them. Like
Yeah.
But it's broken. So when he swings it, there's this high-pitched, imagine like a high-pitched whistle sound as he just swings it through the air. And when it hits people, they just sort of blink in and out. But again, he's not teleporting them anywhere. It's a short-range teleport because, again, teleportation's all messed up. The ley lines are all messed up. And he's, even if they weren't, Chuck's, like you said, a broken man. Like he's a
bit dysfunctional.
He's not in full control of everything that's happening.
Yeah.
We have a quick question from Matt Shoop. When will January releases be uploaded to War Room? Later this month, closer to their release, which I believe is around the 24th.
I think that's the official release date. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually models go up the day they come out, whether that's at a convention or their street date in stores. And sometimes, depending on our schedule in the office, we put stuff up a little early.
I will tell you that like we previewed Scythe, I think last month, and Scythe has changed, which is why we have the tagline that says currently in testing. She used to have Snapfire, Rate of Fire 2. She lost Snapfire and picked up Multi-Fire. So she doesn't have the eye aim anymore to get another shot. Now she has Multi-Fire, which is an action walk up. You can shoot up to 4 times, but you have to hit, and you have to hit your target or something with 2 inches. And she lost Swift Hunter and gained Run and Gun. So she has range spread. The changes to this were because, as people noticed during the chat, they were talking about how powerful Black Spot was. We knew how powerful Black Spot was. We were doing more testing with it, and finally we just kind of made the decision, okay, let's tone this back a little bit. But now she just walks up at Rat 8 and potentially makes 4 Pal 10 Weapon Master shots into the same target. So she's not bit-bopping around with Swift Hunter the whole time, but she walks up, unloads, and then runs back speed 7. So Scythe is still as potent. She just doesn't delete units with Black Spot by herself. Let's see if we have any other questions before we get to the absolute unit that is Ashlynn 2's rules, because we've got a lot to cover. Tony, did you have one highlighted earlier I saw?
I think we answered that one.
Necrochurch says, how do you orient the template for the deviation on Face Lab? It's just like stumbling drunk. You and your opponent, like the easiest way is just put the 4 towards your own table edge. But when it doesn't say which way to orient it, you can orient it in any direction you want. You can usually put it 1 facing directly where the opponent's facing, because I don't think we've made a ruling on this. I'll have to double check. Maybe the Infernals did make a ruling and I'm not forgetting. But because it's a random direction, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So I'll get back to you, though, if there was an Infernal ruling saying it has to always be 4 towards your table edge or 1 facing directly where they're facing. So that's everything for Chuck. Let's go ahead and...
Do the big one?
Wait, there's one last question. Frederick says, what team force for Chuck? Is that the question?
That's what it says. It says, what team force for Chuck?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I'm sorry. We're going to go to Ashlynn.
I'm formally requesting that when you want to see the image and it's not up yet, you have to say fire at wills.
No.
Tony.
No
he's saying
fire at
no
wills.
dad jokes, Tony.
Hold on. Frederick was saying what theme force for Chuck.
Oh.
He's a black clad solo. So any of the black clad, any theme force that a black clad solo already works for. So there's already theme forces he already slots into, and he doesn't have to be named.
Yeah.
All right, Ashlynn 2.
Don't do it.
He's my boss.
It's such a terrible dad joke. And I almost wore my hashtag Wills as written shirt today. but
You're
I
really,
didn't.
by preventing dad jokes, you're really killing my identity right now.
Fire
All
at
right,
wills, Tony. Fire at wills. Let's get it done.
And then he screws it up and pushes
so
the wrong button.
we're going to have 3 pages to show you for
Yeah.
Ashlynn and her 2 friends. So page 1, let's look at Ashlynn herself. Any moment now, Tony.
There we go.
Okay.
So get real close to your screen, squint, or take a screenshot and then blow it up as we're talking, I guess.
There's a lot to talk
There's
about.
a lot
here.
to talk about here.
Okay, so let's talk about what Ashlynn and her unit are. Ashlynn and her unit are a lead from the middle to the front, but not like straight up frontline caster. But I'd say like right, she wants to get in and get in melee if she can. She doesn't
Yeah.
have to though.
Yeah.
But she definitely is that lead her army into battle, like charging forward with everyone around her. She's got her 2 buddies. She's got Maria and Nebraska.
Yeah. A gun mage and a duelist.
A gun mage and a duelist, who will show them on the other pages here in a second.
Yeah, they don't fit on this page with her.
So let's talk about her feat first. So her feat straight up says, bring 3 solos of point cost 6 or less each back to play.
Now you'll notice the currently in testing strip is on this thing.
It's a good feat.
It's a good feat.
It's 2 parts. So first off, she's just like, I'll bring a hermit back to play, right? And there's no base size. Just I'll bring 3 solos that were in my army that got destroyed, character or otherwise, just straight up back to play. And they have to be within 3 inches of her, and they have to forfeit their movement or action. So you can't slingshot somebody super far out there.
Yeah.
But you can charge Ashlynn in feet and then surround somebody with solos, which can be really, really, really strong.
Yeah.
Then the second half of her feat is Battle Cry, which is that when someone dies, when one of your own forces dies, they get to make a basic attack before they go out. One thing to note right now, and I saw somebody already caught it on the thing, is that right now her Warcaster points are listed at 28. I will tell you now that those are changing.
Sure.
Her Warcaster points are not final by any means. We're getting everything else kind of where we want it, and we've been testing different Warcaster point values. But with a full unit, she's not going to end up at 28.
Usually if you are a unit Warcaster, then you have some sort of points discount.
Yeah.
Because, you bring her free models.
On her ability side, she has Tactician Lilies. She has the ability where she charges in, and if she kills someone in melee, she gives a bonus to hit to everyone around her. So she wants to sort of, again, this is charging in, leading from the front, killing somebody, bang out. She has Groundwork, which is super good on somebody who's Def 17, Arm 15. This will help protect her whenever she's coming in, if someone tries to knock her down or anything like that, so that she's always keeping that Def 17. And this is Ashlynn, Mat 8, Rat 7, Def 17, Ashlynn. Like, she just gets in there and does work.
Yeah.
She has a hand cannon, like as always.
Yeah.
But she has her father's sword. Possibly not the final name of that weapon. That's just what it is right now, is her father's sword.
It's the big two-handed long sword that her dad fought with, not the small sword she had.
It's got Thresher and Crit Decap and Weapon Master.
Seems good.
What up?
Seems good.
So if Ashlynn gets in there to try and trigger the ability to give everyone the bonus, or just gets in there to clear some stuff out and then feed a bunch of solos, like here, welcome back Acosta, right? She's pretty dang good at it.
Yeah.
Over on the spell side of things, Artifice of Deviation to keep people safe. She has Blood of Liberty, which is a unique spell, which gives all Laylee's models around her unyielding and tough, which works on her as well, being she's a Laylee's Morrowind.
Laylee's, yeah.
We're looking at Perdition, and just her spell list in general is it's pretty solid. It allows her to play, again, in that midfield forward. She has True Path, which there is some overlap in giving the warriors Pathfinder, but it's more the ability to speed everyone up, and if you play her in any of the Merc theme forces she can play in, being able to give Pathfinder to everyone.
Yeah.
So I know that there is some overlap in other places, but it's still a really good spell to have. I don't think anyone's going to complain that she's got True Path. And then, just in case you really have to murder the world, Hand of Fate.
Sure.
Because, why not? But let's go ahead and look over at what her two friends bring to show you how she gets even stronger. Yeah. So first off, Nebrasco, this is the Gun Mage.
Yeah.
Gives the unit repo. So
Cool.
Charge in, Thresher everybody, trigger the benefit, repo back. He himself has 2 guns and has...
well, he has one gun with 2 barrels.
Yeah, one gun with...
Because he's a Lely's gunman.
One gun with rate of fire 2 is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
With 3 shots, right? He's got Thunderbolt, he's got Trick Shot, and he's got Black Penny. Now, he does have Point Blank, so he can get in there and shoot somebody. You're not always going to choose Trick Shot if it's the wrong choice.
Yeah.
In which case, you're just going to choose Thunderbolt or something else. And if you really need to hit harder, you go in there and you both barrel somebody. He has a sword, but,
Yeah, gun mages often carry swords, but it's not really what they're about.
Is he a gun mage model? The Darkness asks, no, we're not counting him as a gun mage model. Character-wise, he is a gun mage, but he, on his stats, is not a true gun mage. That might actually change. Again, this is not at the final.
Yeah, these rules are still in testing, and often those kind of decisions we make as we test the models and see interactions and that kind of stuff.
Yep. Going on to Marie. So Marie is the warrior that she's got the cloak up in front of her.
Yeah, she's a duelist. Yeah.
She gives the unit Vengeance.
Cool.
So now they've got Repo 3 and Vengeance on somebody who wants to be as mobile as Ashlynn is. So if you hurt one of them or kill one of these, then you've got the Vengeance triggering.
Yeah.
And she just sort of has Trip Up on the cloak. Just knocks people down. She's also a weapon master with Lunge and has Riposte. So she's very traditionally duelisty. So this unit's got a lot going on. This is on the upper end of the complexity scale. Just the amount of stuff they're doing. I don't think it's like Haley 3 levels by any means. But the intent here is that Ashlynn 3, again, you want to bring a fair amount of infantry, or you can play Ocean's 11 with her and just bring nothing but solos. But I think you want a couple units with her.
Yeah.
The point value 6 or less on the solos she can bring back, very specifically came into existence early on so that she couldn't bring back Archons. Like you didn't need her popping Archons.
Yeah, we
back
didn't
into
want
play.
to limit base size necessarily, but we wanted to limit impact on the game points wise. Yeah.
But so the idea is that she's going to be sort of middle of the packs around her army, and then you want to be able to run her up there, take off a couple people with Thresher's Weapmaster crit decap, and then repo to a safe position and kind of keep her army safe. With Artifice Deviation, you can get yourself up to defense 21. You have groundwork to keep yourself safe from knockdown. She's a fairly survivable caster with a really strong assassination game, in that when you fly into the enemy, if someone has killed, say, Acosta and a couple other combat solos, if you can get Ashlynn up into somebody and then she just makes all her attacks with her crit decap Weaponmaster sword, right? Yeah. And you don't end up killing the enemy, then you just pop feet and there you go.
And value?
And value, yes.
Yeah.
So let's see what other questions we have. Vanderby says, please stop, you can only get so excited. How does feat interact with Jack Marshals? Are you talking about solos coming in that are Jack Marshals?
If a Jack Marshal dies and they get brought back, is their Warjack still autonomous or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, they'd have to run over and they don't automatically reconnect, basically.
Yeah.
Just like if somebody kills a junior and it goes inert and you bring them back with the feat. Because you could bring back cross 1.
Yeah.
He wouldn't automatically, the Jack doesn't just uninert itself automatically. Let's see what other questions we have. Marie having granted vengeance is something that we're currently testing because it's a way that you can kill Marie to get rid of it. There's a possibility that it ends up becoming tactics vengeance instead. Again, these
Yeah.
are in.
Yeah.
This is everything in testing right now, and we are trying different things. Towards the Aether says, if you bring Cross One back, does he get his focus? Not till the next turn. Like he would come back without his focus because he wouldn't replenish it. Are we sure that the feat name isn't just didn't see the body? Pretty sure it's not, that we just didn't see the body. I just like that she yells her battle cry so loud, people just get back up. Like, I'm fairly certain the hermit was dead. Like, I saw him take a bullet to the head. His brains are over there. And then he gets up and he's like, no, it's fine. Like, the hermit's such a pain with this feat, by the way. Because of Ancient Shroud, you're like, oh, I finally got him. And then she's like, feat, do it again. Like, it's an incredibly, incredibly powerful feat. Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. How good is 2+ trick shots a turn with Hand of Fate? Asked Nixu. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. Let's see if we have any other questions from chat, and then we'll go ahead and start wrapping things up here. Any thoughts on allowing her feat to bring back the 2 other models in her own unit? Yes, actually. For a while there, we were doing that, but the feat is already very lengthy in rules language. It already does a lot. I mean, you have the whole dying breath second half where everybody gets to make an attack as you kill them.
Yeah.
So it became a measure of complexity to write in everything we wanted it to do, or bring the people back to the unit with them having granted or tactics abilities and everything they could do.
Yeah.
It was like just that little bit too much. So for simplicity's sake, on what is already a complex model, we left it at just the 3 solos and then dying breath as well. So it is a intentional decision that the unit members are not coming back. Do you see any ones you want to hit?
Not really.
I feel like Tony moved the screen back, like or my eyes have gotten
No,
worse.
no, that screen's been sitting in the same spot for a while now. You're just out of practice.
Yeah, maybe I'm just getting old. All right, yeah, I don't see any other questions we need to hit right now. So let's go ahead and start wrapping it up. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out with us. I do want to say that please join us tomorrow for Get Your Paint On with Jordan, the first of the year, where we're going to be painting the Thamrite Advocate.
Well, you're going to be painting the Thamrite Advocate.
Apparently I'm painting the Thamrite Advocate, so get ready for that clown fiesta.
I want polka dots and neon.
I apologize in advance. Come see us next Tuesday for the battle between myself and Faye on Mompoc. And definitely join us next Wednesday as you're going to get your first look at all the Riot Quest rules for Chuck Dogwood, Terrorizer, Helga on Wheels, and the War Machine rules for Terrorizer and Helga on Wheels. So that's going to be 2 more big talking points coming up real soon. Until next time, everybody, be safe. Goodbye.